welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Angel, and today we're doing one of my favorite videos. I film about once every like 1 or 2 months, and that is a 24-hour readathon. I'm filming this September 28th to 30th, so it's also kind of like a way to get the last few books off of my September TBR finished. I've been doing really good. I think I just have 2 left now. Clearly 1.5 because I'm like a little bit through this one. And then I did choose a couple that could be possible contenders for the rest of the readathon, but the problem now is I picked my October TBR and it is so good. I just want to read those books, but obviously I want to save them for October and not start them yet. So I tried picking some other books off my TBR that I'm still excited about and wouldn't mind reading. So on my September TBR is the Gilded Ones. This is an e-copy I have on my Kobo, I believe. Not my Kindle, my Kobo. I've heard really good things about it. I think it's like a YA like fantasy trilogy, I believe, and it sounds really good. So I'm excited to dive into that one. That'll be a nice e-copy I have. That'll give my eyes a break from reading a physical book. Then reading The Boys on the Boat. This one's a nonfiction. I'm trying to read more nonfiction this year. My goal is 5 books. This will be my 3rd. I'm also doing pretty good, to be honest. I'm like nearing like a 1/3 of the way through this. It's really good so far. It's the story of 9 Americans and their epic quest for gold at the 1936 Berlin Olympics, and I'm really enjoying it so far. My sister read it for school and recommended it, so I took her word and I'm reading it now so we can chit chat about it. And 3 possibles that were kind of like on the TBR cart is Pineapple Street. This book I've been avoiding. I don't know why. I bought it like over a year ago. Anybody in my prompt jar, and this could work perfectly for a prompt, I avoid it. I don't know why. It's just like not calling to me. But that's funny because I actually have no idea what it's about. So I don't know why it's not calling to me. But I think I'm probably going to read it because I feel like if I keep avoiding it, it's never going to get read. And also it's ridiculous because it's such a short book. It's literally like under 300 pages. So just get it over with. Then I think the last couple readathons I've done, I've always read at least one addicted book in the readathon. So I could read Long Way Down and then I would just have Some Kind of Perfect left, the very last book. This is like 660 pages, so it is a thickie, but it's another one I could go back and forth between a physical book and a Kindle book because it is on Kindle Unlimited. So it can give me a nice little mix here. And honestly, these just read really fast for me for some reason. Don't know why, but like I read them at a rate of like 120 to like 130-ish pages an hour. Like I fly through these. So wouldn't hurt to throw that in and get like a thickie out of the way during this weekend. And then lastly is Wolf Den, which is the book I heard one person talk about on Book Talk once and I got like really intrigued by. And then I bought it and it was on a TBR a couple months ago and I didn't end up reading it, which if you guys know me, it's like very unlikely. Like when I make my TBRs, I stick to it pretty darn well. So I this didn't get read, it's kind of sad. And it says, The Wolf Den is the first in a trilogy of novels with the lives of women in ancient Pompeii, which sounds very interesting to me and I'm here for it. So I don't know why I haven't read it. It is a bit thick and I am sad because when I did like my huge, because it was over here on my shelf, not like I didn't think about it, but when I was making my like birthday wish list, I didn't put the last 2 books in the series on there because I kind of just like almost forgot about it for a hot second. I just bought like a bunch of other series, and so now I still have to buy the last 2 in this trilogy, obviously, if I enjoy this first one. But I just want to read this because it is like, it does sound very interesting, so I do want to dive into this one. All right, so I'm probably gonna start this timer right now because I do still want to get ready. We're gonna go out somewhere quickly and come back home, so I might start the timer if I listen to like an audiobook on the way there and back. But yeah, that's the other thing. I do still have a couple, my hours, that's another thing too, my hours just renewed yesterday for my Spotify audiobooks. I think I'm gonna be using that quite a bit during this too. So hopefully, I know a couple of these for sure on Spotify. This one is because I was listening to it yesterday on Spotify. I think the Wolf Den was, maybe it wasn't, and I think Pineapple Street is. So I think I can go back and forth between those and read a couple. Plan for this readathon is to read over this weekend. It's Saturday right now, but it's already like past noon. I really slowed down this morning. And then obviously it's tomorrow and I'm off of work on Monday. So I do also have a little bit of time in the morning that day. I do still work at job number 2 tomorrow night and Monday night, but I feel like if I read even like 8 hours a day, that'll easily get it done. And also if I could put a bit more time in today, that'd be great. But also, like I said, it's like 12:30, I haven't even started yet. So I should probably get on that. But here we go. I have energy drinks. I have instant espresso. I'm ready to go. About an hour in, we're at 23 hours and 3 minutes left. So woo. I'm about like, I say over a quarter of the way now through the Gilded Ones. I think it's like 100 and like 110-ish pages, probably somewhere in there. It's interesting, but kind of weird. I'm kind of here for it. Pretty much like our main character is a demon, but I think it's gonna being that like obviously she's not that, she's something else, because It's called The Gilded Ones, so I'm guessing she either has like some special powers or abilities or something, and that's actually what it is. She's not a demon, but who knows? Who knows? I'm enjoying it so far. I'm already kind of going stir crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is, but like lately I haven't been able to focus on reading for a long time, and that's why I wanted to do this challenge, to like force myself to sit down and read and just do it. So I think I'm gonna have to be using some different kinds of media, switching up my scenery a little bit. It's a Saturday, so we always go down to like a little cafe or something and read there for a little bit. But I'm thinking about going out on my patio for a bit and reading out there, just get some fresh air, chill somewhere different, read. I think it might be like every like hour changing where I'm sitting might help out maybe. But yeah, going good so far. I already had like a small ice cap, and I think it's already time for like another coffee or energy beverage of some sorts shortly, because yes. I'm at 20 hours and 32 minutes left, so it took just under 3.5 hours to read that one. I'm gonna start Pineapple Street, I think, next. Just like read a book physically, because I read that one completely on my e-reader. Just read a book physically for a little bit. It is 6:20 at night. So I want to at least read this physical book and then maybe do an audiobook for a little bit, take my eyes up with a break. We'll figure that out. But that one was really good. I think it was like a 4 to 4.25 stars, The Gilded Ones. This one, like I said, I think it's like sisters, like rich New York vibes, I think. Could be so wrong, but we're gonna get into this one next. Sidebar, this is my least favorite kind of paperback. The paperbacks where it's like this, like you're trying to be a hardcover so bad. And also, I know these like pages, people love them. I despise these pages. You can't even see them. Like where they're like different lengths. The worst thing ever. Get out. Anyways, doing great so far mentally. I made a mistake. I went out tonight. It's now 12 o'clock and I've read for 4 hours and it's midnight. Do I have like at least an hour and a half left in me? Yes, I really think I do. Like I'm kind of awake. But I have regrets. Tomorrow's gonna be busier than I thought, so we're really gonna get going. So let's just start now. Let's go. Friends, this lighting is cute. It is now Sunday morning and I've made a grave error and realized I didn't sleep in. Sorry, I did just sleep in till like almost 11:30. I think up at 11 and I've just started editing a video that I'm going up today because I didn't even finish doing that yet. But we're just going to start because like I said, the most of my afternoon is blocked off. So now I feel like tonight the only reading I'm going to get done is when I come home from work later, from maybe like 9 to like 2 a.m. So that means I'm really putting this all on tomorrow at this point because I'm waking up late. But I'm gonna start Long Way Down on my e-reader because I cannot hold this physical book right now. But I'm gonna start this one now. I did finish Pineapple Street last night. That one, I felt like it was good. It was entertaining, but it was just like, it was like a character study. Those books, if you don't like the characters, you're not going to enjoy it, you know? I'll talk more about it at the end, but let's just get into this because I need to stop wasting time. Alright friends, today's been a jam-packed day so far. It is 2:40 and I've only done about under 3 hours of reading. I'm at 15 hours and 6 minutes right now. I am going to transfer over this number to my phone because I'm going to be out of the house for a little right now and I'm not going to bring my ginormous laptop with me. But I have to go drive to my cousin's party, then drive to work from there, then work from home. So I'm thinking I can probably get like close to an hour of reading on my audiobooks during the drives, and I want to be able to log that. So I'm going to put these exact numbers into my phone, start it, and then when I get back, we'll compare and see what my phone's at compared to what this is at. I'll change this, and we'll keep going. Does that make sense? I'm hoping I have a shortish night work and I can get off around 9:30, because then I'm hoping I can do 4 hours reading tonight and get under 12 hours, sorry, under 10 hours for tomorrow. Yeah, because I'm not really killing it so far. But I am 48% of the way through Long Way Down, so just close to halfway. I'm really enjoying this one so far. I'd say so far out of all of the books, I'm enjoying this one the most, to be honest. all of the addicted books have kind of ranged between like a 3.25 to 4 for me, like in and around there, just because I find they're getting very repetitive at times. Because there's books where you do the exact same timeline from different people's point of views, and I'm like, just there's certain events that I'm like, I know what happened, but I couldn't tell you what book it happened in, because clearly it happened in 2 books, different POVs, and I'm just like a little confused. But I'm loving this one. This is the last one before our like epilogue novel, which is the next one. So it's kind of like the last one to wrap up all their romances as of now, and then we have the epilogue after. I'm gonna switch over though, because I know that one's not on Spotify, but the nonfiction book I'm reading, The Boys on the Boat, is. I think that's what I'm gonna read while I'm driving. I'm on chapter 8 currently, so hopefully I'll probably another like 1 or 2 chapters while I'm driving, but I gotta run because I'm already gonna be late. So let's get that going. All right, friends, I just got home from work and I was able to do a little bit of reading like during my drives, like I said, and then also I kind of just like lied in bed for like 10 minutes while I got home and just kind of listened to an audiobook to reset. But so we are at 13, as I go show, you can see that, but we are at 13 hours 37 minutes and 10 seconds now. I'll put my phone screenshot here so that's what I was actually at. I'm gonna do a couple more chapters of The Boys in the Boat. I think I'm like almost done chapter 10 now, so I probably read about 50 to 60 pages of my audiobook, which is actually pretty good. And so for the plan for tonight, it's only 9 o'clock, is I would love to get this below 10 hours, which means staying up to about 12:30, which is easy. I can easily do that, but maybe even a little bit later if I can get it around like 8 hours, that would be golden. But I'm staying up to like 2:30. I don't know. I don't work, but I'll still get up with my boyfriend in the morning while like he gets ready for work, and I'll have breakfast with him and all that stuff. So I'll be up early around like 7, but if I could get like all my reading done before I had to go to work at night, that'd be great. So I want to be getting it like as close to 8 hours as possible, because then I can finish it around 3 and have a nap before I go to work. That could help. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping, waste time. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna press start and get reading Long Way Down again. I do want to finish that tonight. That one I can definitely finish, and then I'll either finish The Boys in the Boat or start The Wolf Den. I think one of the two. It'll just depend if I want to listen or read a book physically, you know? In the last clip, but I'm now just below 11 hours and I just finished Long Way Down. This one I think is definitely my favorite thus far of the Addicted series. I would go as far as to say that one's like a 4.5, I think, and none of them have been that high or even close. It is already, what time is it? 11:45. So I'm hoping I can read for 2 more hours, at least 2, and get below that 9-hour mark. I'm to The Cheerleaders. It's a book I had on my Kobo that I kind of forgot about. I know Rachel Catherine read it a while ago. It's kind of like a high school mystery vibe. I think she rated like a 3.5 to 4 star, like somewhere around in there. Actually, I know she enjoyed it. I want something like kind of like fast paced that will get me through these evening hours. So that's what we're gonna do. I might make myself a little bit of a coffee to last for the next 2 hours. We'll see. So yeah, I should get that timer below, at least below 9 hours. Preferably closer to 8. We'll see. So we're gonna go ahead and start this, make myself a coffee probably, and keep going. Ignore the yawning in the back. It goes towards what time it is. It is now 1:40 in the morning. We just hit 9 hours on the clock. I'm on chapter 12 of The Cheerleaders, which is right around the halfway point. I'm enjoying this so far. I don't think it's like anything crazy, but I do really enjoy the characters. But I think I have like at least 100 or so pages left in me for this evening. It'll be good, because if I can get that clock below 8 hours, I'm golden for tomorrow. Wish me luck. Morning, friends. Don't mind the hair. I just finished The Cheerleaders and it is 8:03 a.m. and I have, as you guys see, 7 hours and 24 minutes left. I think The Cheerleaders seem like a 3.5, somewhere like in and around there. Truthfully, I realized after doing that I'm not sure I'm quite awake yet to look at physical words on pages. So I am going to finish up my iced coffee I think keep listening to my audiobook of The Boys in the Boat. That's what I'm gonna do, just like maybe for the next like hour and a half, just listen to that so that I'm still getting reading done. I'm staying awake, but not looking at words on paper, you know? And then when I do wake up enough, I think the plan is to switch over to the Wolf Den and start reading The Sky. But for right now, audiobook it is. Hello friends, we are now just past halfway through the Wolf Den. I've really gone off this morning. I think I last like talked to you guys when I first started this in the morning when it was like under 8 hours. It's now at 4 hours, 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So I read a couple more chapters of The Boys in the Boat on audio and I got to chapter 14, I believe. And then I'm reading The Wolf Den physically, and this book is not what I thought it was because for some reason I thought it was a historical fantasy. I don't really know where I got the idea from. That's like what I had in my head, and it's not that unless some like fantastical elements start like popping up randomly. As of now, it's about like women who were slaves in ancient Pompeii, and it is very, very interesting. And it's like, I think a good book so far. One thing I'm really loving about it so far is like the sisterhood and like just women in this book are like what I'm loving. But so it is, I have 4 hours, like I said, I have 4 hours, 4 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. It's just before noon. I'm gonna do what I did yesterday where I'm gonna go out for a little bit. And so I'm gonna put my timer on my phone just so that I can be listening to my audiobook while I drive and not be honking my laptop around, obviously. I have to go to Michael's to grab an orange shirt for today. It's Truth and Reconciliation Day and I work today, and so I'm gonna wear one at work. I'm gonna go have coffee with my boyfriend on his lunch break and then probably grab myself some lunch and then come back. So I'll probably go to listen to like at least half an hour-ish of my audiobook during that time. And I think with how this is going, if I finish reading this physically and then keep reading the audiobook of The Boys in the Boat, that'll pretty much finish my 4 hour timer. I would like to have less than like 2 hours to an hour and a half before I go to work at 5, which I think is gonna be very easy, very doable. So I'm hoping I can do that because I'll probably be home around 9:30, 10ish or so tonight. And then I can just cozy in and finish hopefully before midnight. In case my car figures before midnight. So I'm gonna go quickly run those errands and get the clock started on my phone. I'll check with you guys probably when I get back to see where I am or when I'm a little bit further into this or almost done this. We'll see. But going strong. Alrighty guys, I apologize for this angle, but this is the point that we're at in this readathon. I'm not sure you guys saw when I got back from driving around, I was at 3 hours, 33 minutes and 11 seconds. I have been home now. I just ate some lunch. I watched an episode of How to Get Away with Murder. I'm ready to get back in. So I think the plan is to just try like push and finish the Wolf Den in this little sprint. That'll probably be before I go to work, and the rest of the reading will probably be done afterwards. About 210 pages left of this. It's probably like an hour and 45 minutes-ish. So the goal is just the next 3 hours to finish this before I go to work, and then finish off the last hour and 45 between driving to and from work and after work. So let's keep going, shall we? Alright friends, I'm heading off to work now. I'm in my bright orange t-shirt for Truth and Reconciliation. And I am getting really, really close, to be honest. I have an hour and 40 minutes left and 5 seconds, which I'm very excited about. I did finish up the Wolf Den. This one, I don't know, like it was just so different than what I was expecting. For some reason, I don't even know where I got that it was historical fantasy from. Like I have no idea where that came from, but it was not that. But I think it's like it's at least a 4-star, not like a 4.25, 4.5, somewhere in and around there. But I do have fun to work. I'm gonna do the same thing I did before, put the timer onto my phone, and then I'm going to listen to the audiobook of The Boys in the Boat going there and back. And I think I'll have like an hour and 15 by the time I get home. And I'll probably just like listen to the audiobook while I like make and eat dinner, and I'll finish it off. Because the thing is, if I read the book physically, I'll finish it before that time and then have like half an hour to start a new book. Whereas if I just listen to the audiobook and enjoy the audiobook, then it'll last the entire time. Does that make sense? Yeah. Guys, but I'm off to work. We'll finish this when I get back. All right, friends, we are now back from work. I got out a little bit earlier than I thought, actually. I got home maybe like 5 minutes ago, and it's only 8:50, so we got out early tonight, which is nice. I got my timer down to 58 minutes and 13 seconds. I think it's gonna time pretty well with the audiobook. I might have to listen to the audiobook for like 10 minutes after that to finish it up, but I definitely will finish it during this time. I think the plan is literally just to go lie in bed, listen to the audiobook, and wait for this timer to go off. We'll go off 4:10, which is really exciting. So that was gonna be a later night, which is good because it is the last of the month, so I kind of get some things, do like a little monthly reset tonight, you know, get ready to go for October. So we're almost there, guys. Almost there. I'm gonna go.